final S1GP of the year comes from Melk in Austria, where Thomas Chareyre is looking to secure his fourth FIM Supermoto World title. And with a 13-point advantage over Ivan Lazzarini, he just has to ride smart. It's also the final round of the S2 European Championship. Marc Reiner Schmidt has already been crowned champion, but second place is still up for grabs. A short start straight leads into a sweeping right-handed first turn. It seems to go on forever here at Melk. See the riders pushing out to the outside, trying to pull it back. And as they do so, the road then straightens up on the exit, and then it's a very tight left-hander to take the riders into the off-road path. Quick right, over a small tabletop stroke, camelback jump through the split section, and then back out onto the tarmac through this left, up onto the right side, and then we're on the main infield section. A long straight takes the riders all the way to the end. A gradual curve, eventually tightening up, and then heading back down, probably the longest straight in the middle. Turning right, back up onto the fat side of the tyre into a very tight 180-degree left-hand turn. Back down through the infield section, and then the riders at the end of here hit the brakes hard, as you can see, making it through the left, quick kink right over a small patch of dirt, back left again, and then back down this short straight into a right-hander. Double apex turn opens up to the final long straight, and instead of going right, the riders head up onto a dirt section that's going to be pretty slippery through there, but then as you can see, it tightens up for the final time, goes right, left, back down the start, finish straight, and that's a lap of this circuit here at Melk. The Austrian Manuel Hoellbacher was fastest in time practice in S2 European, but it was Yuri Guadla who won race 1 from Peter Volacek. Hoellbacher was third. This is the start of race 2, and heading down into turn 1 in yellow, the 202. Peter Volacek with the holeshot. Tony Clem right behind him there in blue, the 111. As the riders peel out, looking into the next left-hander, Volacek leads. Guadla in there in second, but look at that, Clem making a mistake. So Clem, who was on course for challenging for second, certainly third in the championship, now out at the back of the field. On board here with Fabrizio Bartolini, just behind David Jimenez on the 21 machine. Bartolini looking to get past the Spaniard Jimenez. Oh, a bit of a twitch there. Has he lost vital drive? Well, Bartolini hard on the brakes at the end of the straight here, just having to bide his time. See how slippery it is as they go through there, but a slight mistake from Jimenez, and Bartolini goes through. So Bartolini now up to fourth, but no change up front. Hoellbacher, although right there in third place, still trying to find his way past Guadla, and he does so just as they come off the dirt into the off-road section and back onto the tarmac. So the number 3 Austrian now up into second position. Battle for the lead down the start straight here. Volacek still leads away. Hoellbacher second. Guadla in third. And a mistake from Volacek allows Hoellbacher an easy pass into the lead then on lap 4. So the Austrian fans going wild here because they have an Austrian leading the way. Pretty narrow in some places, but quite open in other parts of the track. But Guadla now in second. He's just found his way past Vorlacek. And who's that closing in the background? Lorenzo Lapini, number 16, closing in fourth. Fabrizio Bartolini in fifth. He's looking to nail second in the championship. But look at Lapini going after Vorlacek here in the orange. Back with your leader. Hoellbacher and Lapini down the inside of Vorlacek and takes third. So Vorlacek, your early race leader, now finds himself in fourth position. Lapini there third, second is Guadala. On board here with Guadala. He's in second, and is Lapini somewhere close? Yes, he is. So Lapini dives down the inside, takes second, but he's lost it again. Back in third behind Guadala, but coming out of the final turn down the start-finish straight over on the right-hand side, Lapini looks to have got better drive, and this time gets himself into second position once more. So good bit of riding from Lapini. Can he do anything about this guy though? Manuel Hoellbacher, the Austrian, still there in first place. Handful of laps to go. Here's Lapini, he's still in second. Been a hard charge for the Italian, but might just be running out of time. Final turn though, and the checkered flag being readied, and it will be a win for Manuel Hoellbacher. He wins race 2. So official confirmation then, overall this weekend, Hoellbacher takes the overall, Guadala second, and Vorlacek third this weekend. Lapini, Bartolini rounding out the top 5. On your podium, Peter Vorlacek third overall, Yuri Guadala second overall, but Manuel Hoellbacher just there in his first European Championship ride, victorious. What a place to do it, on home soil. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yes, unbelievable. It was my first European race, and to win at home is special, and really big thanks to my family, my mom and dad, and also my girlfriend to make this happen.
So the final European Championship standings then in S2 look like this. Marc Reiner Schmidt, already crowned at the previous round. Wasn't here because of an arm injury, but Bartolini nails on second. Diego Monticelli third, Clem fourth, David Jimenez fifth. But Marc Reiner Schmidt is your S2 European champion in 2015. Manu Hermunen was the early pace setter, winning round 1 at Jerez. But Thomas Chareyre struck back at Ottobiano in Italy.
After
the GP of Poland, I lost all hope to get the title. Manu had a too big advantage, but with his injury after that GP, the cards were mixed up, so I'm here in Melk with 13 points on Lazzarini and a very good chance to get the 4th title.
It's a really good feeling to have this and with a big gap now.
But then Hermunen had a motocross crash and was out of the title race. And when we reached Valenciana, Lukas Hoellbacher stood up to be counted by taking a race win, but it was Chareyre who took the overall.
From winning in Colombia, I was really excited, and for this weekend I wanted to win, and I'm still in the game for the title.
And in front of the biggest crowd of the season, Hoellbacher took the challenge to Chareyr and Lazzarini with an emphatic double moto victory in Colombia.
The podium is not so far away. Chareyre is only 5 points in front of me.
At the final round in Austria, in the Super Chrono session, Thomas Chareyre, number 4, set the pace and goes to the grid on pole. The Frenchman looking to take his 4th world title. Number 30, Ivan Lazzarini, however, struggled for pace and starts from the second row. In 5th is his title chance already starting to slip away. Hoellbacher, number 71, will start behind the Italian Lazzarini as he too struggled to get to grips with this Melk circuit in Austria. And Lukas Hoellbacher, number 72, had to be content with the front of row 2 in 4th. So, coming into this final GP then, it's very much advantage Thomas Chareyre. His super chrono time almost 3/4 of a second quicker than anybody else. Thomas Chareyre starts the final GP of the year exactly where he wanted to, on pole. Behind him, 3 Austrians with Lazzarini and Chareyre 5th and 6th. Devon Vermeulen in 10th is Honda mounted this weekend. Lights go out. We're on board here with Lukas Hoellbacher just behind Thomas Chareyre as they charge down into turn 1. It's Hoellbacher there in 3rd, but it's Thomas Chareyre with the holeshot. Rudolph Bauer there in 2nd, Hoellbacher 3rd. As they start to fan out through that long sweeping turn. Hannes Meyer, number 77, in 4th place. And Lazzarini just further back in 7th, just behind Chareyre. So Chareyre and Lazzarini then not getting great starts here. Disappearing through the first chicane, but there's Thomas Chareyre, the race leader. I said before, right exactly where he needs to be, where he wants to be in terms of staying out of trouble, chasing that title. He's got Rudy Bauer just behind him, Hoellbacher right there in 3rd, on board with the Austrian Hoellbacher. Hear how he's ever so easy on the gas, doesn't want the back end to step out at any inopportune moment, but the first 3 now really starting to bunch up here. Chareyre, Bauer and Hoellbacher. Starting to pull clear of those guys behind them as they head up on board here with Hoellbacher chasing Bauer down the start straight. Looking to find a way past his fellow Austrian. Lazzarini going through, still got a little bit of work to do. Back on board here with Hoellbacher through the tight little chicane, over the camelback. See how difficult it is to find a way through there, but not able to get through there. Rudy Bauer making it very difficult for Hoellbacher to go through. Chareyre pulling clear though, as these 2 Austrians duke it out. But on board, oh, and the front goes, and Bauer goes down. Well, that's an easy pass in the end then for Hoellbacher. He now has clear track to go after the number 4, the championship leader, Thomas Chareyre. There's Bauer just picking himself up. So he will rejoin the race in 13th place. Suddenly, Chareyre then, under pressure from the number 72, Hollbacher. Hollbacher, of course, riding in front of his home crowd this weekend. Would love to pick up a race win here, wouldn't he? All over the back of the Frenchman now. Who knows? He's there, breathing down his neck, takes a long look over his shoulder, surely doesn't want to get involved, and exactly the point. Chareyre just moves aside, gives Hollbacher a wide enough berth to go through. So we have a new race leader then, and it's Lukas Hoellbacher as they head back down the home straight. Chareyre just there in second. He is still ahead of Lazzarini, so we'll be taking points out of the Italian. Here is Lazzarini. So Lazzarini then in 5th place behind Kmart. Oh, he's gone through. So he's found his way past Kmart, gets himself into 4th, now going after Hans Meyer. At the end of the straight. Jay Smith losing the front, going down. And there was a problem there for Kmart. He put his hand up just a moment ago, and we can see why. It was a rear wheel puncture, but starting to carve his way through though. Lazzarini now up into 3rd, finding his way past Meyer. There is Hannes Meyer, number 77, and just here, number 90, Teo Monticelli in 5th place. Back with Lazzarini in 3rd. Thomas Chareyre in 2nd will be gaining 2 more points. That gap will go out to 15. It stays like this, heading into race 2. Here's Devon Vermeulen, 188, Honda mounted this weekend on the Gaza Honda, and he has got the Colombian David Burbano behind him in yellow. We saw him at the previous round in Colombia, so good to see him here in Austria this weekend. Certainly working, the Dutchman. New track though, so no home advantage for either of these guys. But here's Hollbacher though, enjoying his home advantage, but Chareyre not too far away in 2nd. Keeping the Austrian honest all the way to the flag, but will he be able to find a way through, or is Chareyre just happy to sit there? Well, he doesn't have to challenge. He knows that he's ahead of his closest rival, Ivan Lazzarini. So Thomas Chareyre does start to back it off. You can see Hollbacher starting to streak away in the distance. But what a day, what an opening race for Lukas Hoellbacher. On the final lap here at Melk. He's made it look so easy, didn't get the best start, but he was patient. He's bided his time, and he is well clear of his rivals through the final chicane. Celebratory wheelie on the back wheel as he crosses the line. Lukas Hoellbacher wins race 1. Confirmation of that first race then. Lukas Hoellbacher, the winner. And Thomas Chareyre coming over the line in 2nd. Lazzarini was 3rd, Hans Meyer 4th, Monticelli was 5th. Burbano, good ride for him in 6th. Down on the grid then for the start of race 2 as the tension starts to build here at Melk. The final round and the final race of the year. Chareyre on course for his 4th title. Lazzarini though still has a mathematical chance, but is 15 points down on Thomas Chareyre. Lights go out for the start of S1GP Race 2, and Thomas Chareyre over there on the right hand side does enough to get across Rudy Bauer. On board here with Hollbacher, he's in 3rd, but is he about to get caught and passed there? Looks like Hans Meyer pushes him down to 4th position. So Hannes Meyer then sneaking through to take third, but another terrible start for Lazzarini, just inside the top 10. What was it, 8th, 9th place? Chareyre, though, leading the way once more. There's Rudy Bauer in second. Hannes Meyer in third. Just behind them, and then we've got Hollbacher, then Kmart, Monticelli, Jay Smith goes through, and Lazzarini in 8th place. The original start here cut short after 2 laps involving an incident with Jay Smith. A little bit of fuel on the track needed cleaning up, but this race now going to be a 12-lapper. There's Lazzarini. Here he is, number 30. He's in 7th place behind Monticelli. His title chances now really are starting to slip away, especially with Thomas Chareyre up front. Can't find a way through at the end of the straight. Monticelli still there in 6th. Lazzarini and Devon Vermeulen now 188, closing in on the Italian. Can't afford to lose any more points to anybody. Vermeulen still pushing on behind Lazzarini. Back up front. And Thomas Chareyre still trying to shake off the challenge from Rudy Bauer there in 2nd position. And Lukas Hoellbacher not going anywhere either. Hoellbacher in 4th, looking to find his way through. Meyer's gone through on Bauer. Who's this here? Replay. Andreas Rothbauer getting it all wrong in 13th. Just catching the tyres, it looked like there. Back on board here with Hollbacher. He's in 4th behind Rudy Bauer. Looking to make a pass. Hard down the inside. Forces him wide and offline. So now Hollbacher up to 3rd. There's Lazzarini going through. He's in 8th. Vermeulen has gone through the 188 now up into 7th place. So not good for Lazzarini. Here's Hollbacher, 3rd, number 72, looking confident. Lazzarini, though, struggling by comparison there in 8th, still behind Vermeulen. Here's Chareyre. Then Hannes Meyer, Hollbacher, and Kmart neatly down the inside of Bauer. So Kmart now up to 4th. Bauer drops down to 5th. And Chareyre still struggling to shake off Hannes Meyer. And Hollbacher, look how quickly he is closing in, looking for a move down the inside. He's not going to go through there, but pushing all the time. A nervous look over the shoulder from Thomas Chareyre. Back on board with Hollbacher. Will he find a way? Well, we've got rain on the camera, and splits the 2 riders ahead of him and goes from 3rd to 1st in one corner. And the crowd certainly love that. So Hollbacher then goes from 3rd to 1st, finding his way past Hannes Meyer and also Thomas Chareyre, who is now being pushed back to 3rd and 4th as Kmart goes through. So throwing caution to the wind then, Thomas Chareyre, as Ravaglia possibly getting caught out in the slick surface here. Lazzarini still pushing on, but you can see Thomas Chareyre ahead of him. But great riding from Lukas Hoellbacher, the race leader. Not too worried about the damp conditions, certainly. But look at the battle behind him. Hannes Meyer and Kmart battling over 2nd position. There's Bauer. Then Chareyre, Monticelli number 90, and even Lazzarini just behind. Are we going to see a pass here from Kmart? Yes or no? Yes, dives down. That seems to be the favoured overtaking place on this Melk circuit. So Kmart now up into 2nd. Hannes Meyer drops to 3rd. So had it not been for that rear wheel puncture in race 1, we could have been looking at a different overall result here, certainly for Kmart. But Hollbacher surely en route to a double moto victory here. Kmart breathing down his neck, but he's going to run out of time. Out of the final turn they go, and Hollbacher wins S1GP Race 2. Kmart will take 2nd. Meyer will take 3rd. And here is Thomas Chareyre, number 4 on the left. 5th place for him is good enough for him to be crowned world champion for the 4th time. A very happy Lukas Hoellbacher. And confirmation then, race 2. Hollbacher wins it from Chareyr, Hansmeier 3rd, Rudolph 4th, Thomas Chareyre 5th. Lazzarini could only manage 7th. Overall classification, Lukas Hoellbacher, a double moto win on home soil. And Austria won 2 as well, with Hansmeier there in 2nd and Chareyr on the podium as world champion. Podium then looks like this. Thomas Chareyre 3rd overall. But the biggest roar from the crowd for Hansmeier and Lukas Hoellbacher taking 2nd and 1st. 2 Austrians on the podium. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? So the top 3 received their trophies. Thomas Chareyre, Hansmeier, and of course, Lukas Hoellbacher. Great day for him. Is he a star of the future? Will we see more from him next year? Great crowd this weekend in Austria. Very enthusiastic, but Thomas Chareyre receives the gold plate. He is world champion.
The start is okay and I can pass some riders and without mistake, and the speed was perfect, and so I get every hit first position, and overall and in the championship the 3rd place, and I'm really happy with this season. Many thanks to my whole team, to my family, to all who support me.
I'm very happy, great season. I'm world champion for the 4th time. And I don't know, I'm very happy. I feel so good now. And I hope next year with Schmidt, Hermunen, Lazzarini, all the people, Hollbacher, make great fight and for keep this. And I'm so happy today.
Let's take a look at the World Championship standings then in S1GP. It's all over now for Thomas Chareyre. He is the champion for the 4th time. Lazzarini 2nd overall. Lukas Hoellbacher nails down 3rd. Chareyr and Rubaglia round out the top 5 in 2015. And in the manufacturer standings, TM take another title. HUSQVARNA 2nd, Honda, KTM, Suzuki and Kawasaki just down there with 8 points. Well, that's it for another season of S1GP. Join us next time for the final race of the year, the Supermoto of Nations at Jesolo in Italy at the beginning of October.